that strong-looking Primal Beast. Maybe he's strong enough, Gareth, to take this game on. I think it did provide him with a bit of good lockdown disable here and a lot of AoE damage against the Terrible. So I think Team Spirit, they're in a better spot than last game, and it's just about how they play it out now.
Execution is king. I mean, Techie's also with a pretty cool set, the Mad Max, with all the mohawks and spiky hair. But before we get ourselves into game 2 to see how things go, EGB, quick video from them.
Что бы они сегодня ни делали и где бы ни умирали,
Prepare for battle.
Какой грин?
And off we go. VP, one game to the good, and it's best of 3 already as they face off against Team Spirit. Early days for both of these squads, only having played 1 or 2 series so far. And the odds reflecting that much closer than some of these other matches we've had. 2.5 to about 1.5 there. Still favoring Spirit though, as they are the upper dogs. VP still the underdogs, the upstarts. Trying to steal away wins.
Yeah, we call them the underdogs, but they did dominate game 1 in a really strong way, and obviously they have a lot of really good players on their team as well. It's just we hold Team Spirit to these high expectations, but so far, man, we've seen them play 4 games in the DPC season so far, and I haven't really seen them shine the way I expect them to.
And they're still trying to get in the groove, figure things out. Already early on, Team Spirit come across and block every single bloody camp imaginable. Ancients and large camp gone, but that Radiant Observer Ward saw them leaving.
Yeah, so they have awareness that they invaded, and they also saw them leave without the sentries, so they have full information what happened. They also got a nice little V-ward on the mid lane, and now contesting the runes.
Yeah, they saw this Observer Ward placed up here by Maposhka as well. Noticed. And FNG. Going to take the bounties, so 2 for 2 to start things off. Maposhka's going to get the D-ward up on that little cliff top, and he's going to realize, oh god,
be positive.
I saw us coming.
Yeah, that's a bit tough. So we see the matchups here. Of course, mid, we got 2 universal heroes, the Void Spirit against the Pangolier. Definitely a Void Spirit favored lane, I would say. Void Spirit is quite heavily favored in this. I would say at least 60-40. We'll see how execution is going to be. Silence, of course, we got that Bloodseeker plus Oracle against Beastmaster and Pugna. Definitely a lane that has a lot of burst here, the Pugna Beasts, with the Blast and the Axis.
Now you're going to have to see how these supports can transition out of the lane and maybe guard up some of these runes. Oracle and Techies. You know, in patches gone by, you would say these are not rotating heroes, but of late we've seen people do it anyway. You just have to make sure your positioning is good, get your spells out, and try and guard water runes and active runes in particular. Void Spirit doesn't have free time.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to move from lane to lane as well. You can just move in for the 6-minute rune. Other than that, use your gateway, the twin gates, to get to the other lane. Techies is a great hero to go behind the enemy lines, so really fantastic hero for rotating. But for now, I think we're just gonna see them play out the lanes and see how it's gonna play.
And drag the waves around, mess with equilibrium a little bit there. Beastmaster gets a bit closer to his tower. Collapse doing the same thing down bottom with a pull from Mira. And that mid lane so far, yeah, 9-2, 7-0 from Squadix. Slight lead.
Yeah, looking fairly even for now though. Not too much of a difference.
Both have damage mitigation as well. Resonant Pulse versus Shield Crash. Aether Remnant and a few bit of hits from Squadix. Lol does have the swash to fall back on. This is one of those situations where Bloodseeker's laughing. Yeah, everybody low HP. I can start sprinting around.
Exactly.
Causing a bit of havoc.
Yep, he is a hero that thrives on the aggression on the side lanes. That's why we see as well Techies continuously laying into the TB or the Ench whenever he's able to. But they're fighting back. They use the Metamorphosis as well to try and do as much damage as they can. Not that they're buffing up anyone on the side lanes, but Techies jumps in.
Yeah, and onslaught forward from Collapse, looking for FNG, does get the kill. Mira trying to skirt around the trees, but the Terrorblade is there with a reflection and this Metamorphosis. Getting some good damage onto him. Shooting that Collapse as well.
ultimately a support for support, but Kirtik getting that kill is probably very happy on his TV. Got some value for his meta, because meta was gonna run out in just a little while. Now at least he got a kill during it.
FNG just stacking up blood grenades. Chuck these at the enemies as often as possible. And brings out a couple of items that his TV wanted from Fountain. Techies really is just constantly annoying. Up at top, Miposhka just trying to hold back the Pugner, trading blows reasonably well, but when the axes come in from long range, Beastmaster's so good at joining that additional 1v1 fight from long range.
Yeah, definitely. And for now, though, Bloodseeker is doing a great job. He has the early upgraded stick, so he has 15 charges on the magic stick here. And while Beastmaster has done a lot of harassing with his axes, a lot of that is just mitigated by the heal bottom lane. He goes down to another jump.
Yeah, an awful lot of damage from these level 3 heroes from Team Spirit down bottom. A lot of gap close. I guess it's kind of a surprise effect as well. Both can be hidden by the fog or waiting just for that moment to strike.
Yeah, they reach you from so far away. Very difficult to stay in a safe position there.
What even is the range of blast off?
Is it like 1200 or something? 1000? I don't know.
I can't see it on the tooltip. Yeah, something like that.
I think it's like 1000 cast range-ish. I mean, it's longer than your attack range.
Yeah. That's for sure. Kirtik. Raindrops, 1 charges. Probably not going to be the hero that dies. FNG just sacrificing himself very often. He's picking up a little bit in the mid lane. Pango getting some good damage onto Squadix. Both of them towing that line, getting very low.
Yeah, this is the race to level 6. Whoever gets level 6 first has a big edge in this lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Lyle just trying to keep that pressure on. And another little move again by Team Spirit, just to keep that wave in front of their tower. Makes things more uncomfortable for the TB with that longer lane to chase with the onslaught and the blast off. You need to have some pulls back by FNG to try and drag this wave away.
Precious bounty.
Yeah. TB doesn't want to give all these creeps away for free here. Sticks around to try and get some denies on the tower.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So why he doesn't... Oh, hang on. So they're just going to go in on him. Blast off and trample there. Mira does die. Kirtik staying alive. The raindrops and the 1 charge is enough to keep him alive. And Collapse dies to an FNG double kill.
Oh, he stays alive. The grenade, not enough. He's out healing it with the regen. He would have died 100% if the onslaught connected there. He missed the 95 damage extra from the onslaught, and because of that, TB survives, stays alive here, gets healed up, passed a little bit of regen, and he's gonna be so happy with that.
Miposhka with a backstab through the twin gate. Sticky bomb, Fortune's End, and that purifying flames at level 2 is enough burst damage this time around. I was going to ask you, why is FNG not pulling? And I guess he answered with a couple of kills.
Yeah, I mean, really well played there, and you can see why the Metamorphosis has to be respected in the laning stage as well. It's so strong. He did put 2 points into it for that extra bit of attack range, extra bit of damage, and also Enchantress. Pretty strong hero early on. Yatra now making a move down bottom. They want to get TB again.
Yeah, keep Miposhka down here.
Oh, TB is in danger, maybe.
Dogs overboard. They keep vision on him. Onslaught, Blood Right, Kirtik in trouble with a blast off landing. Mira gets the kill. Team Spirit are really not messing around with 4 heroes down here 7 minutes in.
Yeah, that was a terrible death because now he doesn't have his TP when he respawns, and that leaves bottom lane exposed a bit here. Catapult wave as well. Collapse going off to take some big creep. I think he should stay here and just deal damage to the tower and push the creep wave. Use trample.
Yeah, curious. He's not going for it. Respecting the FNG Enchantress with a centaur.
Yeah, well, probably more respecting Squadix potentially TPing in there. He's worried about getting TP ganked by the mid laner. As Terrorblade is gonna run towards bottom, but maybe farm his way there in the jungle. Looking over at noticed on his Beastmaster in this game, he has ideas of going for the Helm of the Overlord. Doesn't look like he wants to go for the same build as we saw last game with the Aghanim's Rush. Commits to the Helm.
Try and spread that map a bit more. You can definitely open things up. Be a voice for it with a bit of space. Of course you want that an ability to buy time for Terrorblade to farm,
Under attack.
as Enchantress does get sniped out by both dire supports.
Yeah, a lot of magic burst with level 3 purifying flames, and she doesn't have any point in healing yet. Even if she did, wouldn't really be able to out heal damage there. Bottom lane, Sunder gets used.
Sunder.
Keep himself happy.
Yeah, Collapse sent back. And line was drawn there by F&G saying, hey, they've got bottom rune. Arcane for Lal here. He's got his Rolling Thunder ready. You've got to be very careful with their movements and where they head next. Sayo, she's going to scout them. F&G with a Centaur Stomp. Irritating Lal a little bit. Still yet to see Scodex really get into the thick of things.
Yeah, for now, not really coming online yet. Just mainly farming. He's doing a good job staying ahead of the Pango. A nice 800 gold lead on that mid lane. But we also see the same kind of advantage in the carry to carry. Bloodseeker is 1,000 gold ahead of the Terrorblade right now, who has left for jungle, but he only has 2 points in Conjure Image. So
Radiant's
skilling up
bottom
Sunder,
tower
skilling
is
2
under
points in
attack.
Metamorphosis, he's not going to farm that fast.
And he's quite a bit of time. I'm going to lose that bottom tier 1, it looks like, as well. And the Centaur nearly kills off the Pango's courier. It'll flap its wings back to safety as Mira tries to line a blast off on and gets it as FNG clipped by the stun, killed off by the bomb. Another freebie pick off there for Team Spirit.
Is under attack.
This is Team Spirit coming in a way better way into this game than last one. Mid now, looking for a rupture.
Yeah, one astral step, Ether Remnant down, but there's smoke wraparound from the rest of the team, going to allow the Rolling Thunder to crash onto Squadex and finish him off. No points to dissimulate, so no real way to escape.
That was very nice because now they can play for that mid tower at the same time as Collapse is working on that bottom tower alone. Leave him to himself. TP is scared to show up, and all of VP just now they're the ones looking a little bit inactive on the map here. Team Spirit are just making moves. A lot of it thanks to Maposhka and how he's running around on his Oracle, just joining these fights.
That's kind of classic TB gameplay, right? You're trying to create this barrier in front of him, protect him while he farms. So you get bogged down in these fights where Team Spirit are the ones choosing when and where to go. They've got this vision advantage, getting on top of people, and playing very quickly from one side of the map to the other. Yeah, now they're up top, aiming for notice. Sticky Bomb and Blast Off are there from Mira. Slow him down and catch him out. He roars back, but the Proxy Mines will finish him off.
Now it's just clumsy. He saw the smoke. They had vision on the 3-man smoke from mid lane, and he stuck around. You saw him turn around there for a little bit of more access. If he just ran, played it safe, he would have definitely lived. And when you have information that the enemy are smoking, you can see it. They smoke under a ward. That death should not happen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Team Spirit are like, right, we killed top. Let's go back down to mid. Guard our tower. Keep Lal going. With 5 seconds left for Rolling Thunder, they can fight any given moment.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm still waiting for some of these primary items for VP to come in as well. Echo Saber on this Void Spirit. Beastmaster. Helm of the Dominator not yet complete. But he does have these ancient stacks to gather up a bit more gold.
TV gonna back out here. Wise choice as Collapse was eyeing him up. Knows that he can't solo kill him, but with the help of his Oracle or techies, he would be able to definitely bring him down. Stay safe though. I think the Void Spirit Echo Saber, like you said, is going to be very crucial here for him to start going for kills and making moves. He hasn't really joined for anything, just kind of farming for now. But once he has his first item, I think he'll look towards make those rotations.
Under attack.
Yeah, 4.5 to 1 odds now. Team Spirit getting into the rhythm of things. Like we were saying, gonna look sloppy in some of these game 1s, the best of 3s. Game 2 and 3, they do turn things around.
Is under attack.
Gathered up mid. Onslaught from Collapse. Straight onto the Pugna ward. Trying to find out who's in the back as well, but with that Ether Remnant, the Void Spirit slips away from the Pango's grasp.
Radiant's middle
nice
tower
deny
is
on the
under
ward,
attack.
but in the end, not too much of a defense being mounted here for mid. However, not the best pushing heroes either on the side of Team Spirit. They do drop some mines here from techies, and just the power of friendship is going to bring this one down. Orb of Corrosion giving a bit of minus armor to the tower. All of them just clicking away.
Little by little, we'll destroy our enemies. Crush their towers. This is all room for Kiritix on his Terrorblade, though, as he gets to farm in these little pockets of farm.
Look at the ancient stack, they're gonna steal it.
So juicy. Oh, Collapse. Free money for the Primal Beast. Oh, they've got to defend this. Noticed he can't let them get away with it. But I don't know, going up high ground blind is so spooky. Pango and Primal Beast, even the Bloodseeker joining here. It's a 5-man move from Spirit.
That was a big blow to their economy right there, losing all that, losing the control of your own ancients as well, as it's now warded up to clear out the Hawk as well. That was noticed farm. He needed that to get closer towards his Helm of the Overlord. He has the Dominator, but Dominator isn't really that great at 13 minutes. Not the strongest timing, and look at the net worth of all these core players. 6.8, 6.5, 6.2. Great farm for the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah, while we're waiting for primary items on the Radiant, we're already starting to move to secondary ones on Team Spirit. The Fuser Blade is here for Lal, so he's hit another power spike to play aggressively into the enemy ancients again. And of course, Yatoro finished off his Maelstrom a while ago, so BKB next on the docket for him. Once we get to these BKBs and these huge items coming out from Primal Beast and Pango, things are spooky for VP, who are okay, they've got 2 cores in the Void Spirit and the Terrorblade, but as the game drags out, it's starting to feel like it's just going to be the Terrorblade who can stand and fight. Collapse is moved in onto this Wisdom Rune. TB does come in to battle around it. False promise on Primal Beast to save him 5 at a time as he cancels out the life drain on Sayur's Pugna. Now the Rolling Thunder from Lal will arrive, crashing in onto Pugna as well, but Squad X has been able to fight back along with his TB. A double kill for Lal, but 2 kills equally for the other side as well.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah, and
under
again,
attack.
they were free farming on Bloodseeker meanwhile, so he was just farming an ancient stack. You want to say this was good for VP, and it definitely was. They were behind, so they get a little bit more gold for this fight, and the experience is well worth it as well. But still, they're not getting a clean victory here in the sense that Yatoro is still scaling towards that BKB, and you're not going to be able to take a tower because look at where the fight transpired. It was on your own tier 2 area, so you can only dream about getting a tier 1 tower for this fight.
And try and get out on the map, try and grab Lal. He's pig poled up, and he's away from them.
Yeah. Shield
Terrorblade under vision.
Spirits. The shield rune lasts for so long. I think it's like 75-second duration, by the way. So Squadix can make a move with this rune still.
Just moving into a blank space on the map, sadly for them, though. There's nobody down here. Team Spirit are angling towards the Terrorblade. Might come into contact with FNG first. Miposka. And he's going to show himself now.
FNG still didn't find this ward. There's just a ward on the cliff. The most obvious ward, sometimes the hardest one to find, I guess. As he goes out, clears the ancient block that was also there, but he hasn't removed this ward that just sees the entire triangle.
Radiant's top tower
He's gonna have to realize soon. Trying to push in onto Sayurj, but got him kill as well. Yeah, you're right. Yatoro dead. And multiple fights at the same time. The big one though, that Yatoro Bloodseeker.
Yeah, massive. Getting 830 gold for that one as they bring down the Pugna, but not getting nearly as big of a chunk of money for that. Also getting some action here for Void Spirit, right? He has to get involved in these kills. He's working on getting a Mat Stall next. Get some stats, get some Dispel here. Great game to have Dispel for sure.
Yeah, and in that mid lane we had Pango spend his Rolling Thunder to kill off the Pugna. Sayurj did that little positioning trick to get pushed to high ground, but still gets jumped on. The Swash.
I like how Kiritik is one of those players who like plans his entire life ahead, basically. If you look at his quick buy, he currently has Eye of Scotty, he wants a BKB, he wants a Nullifier, probably has more queued up. We just can't see more. The list has to end there, you know.
So he's just keeping this Yasha as a Yasha?
For now, yeah.
Sayurj, yeah. Team Spirit, again, just playing with numbers, making sure that they have that initiation advantage. Get everybody on top of these supports as FNG's Enchantress will try and glimmer away, but the Swashbuckle offers so much damage.
Yeah, Swashbuckle, great way to burst down the Enchantress. She doesn't have that much armor, and you don't care about being slow when you just use Swashbuckle for insta attack procs. And she did get one of the D wards there, but there's another ward now on the lane in mid lane that he hasn't found yet. So doing a good job keeping deep vision here on the side of Team Spirit. So far, playing really well around their Pango as well. Does he have the entire Aghanim's? He does.
He
Aghanim's
does.
is coming out.
That's the thing, right? These secondary items coming up so much quicker than VP's. We noticed he's all alone bottom, but it looks like he will get the TP out of there. And very close to finishing off that Helm of the Overlord. But at this point, it feels like Team Spirit just need a kill or two to pop into Roche, get Aegis, and keep this game spiraling out of control.
Yeah, it is top Roshan for now, and they're playing the bottom area, so not gonna get Inheim soon, but they still have their tier 1 tower top as well. I think TB needs to get there, send some illusions on this tower, open up the map a bit, because right now, these towers have to go. Like, you need to get a bigger map so you can actually find space to farm on TB.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, just gonna see them all with a Hawk. Oh, there's 5 heroes down here, huh? Well, okay.
I guess I'm not going in there.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna run away then. See you, boy. That'll give the opportunity for actually Pugner to get a bit of chip damage on the tier 1. But now Team Spirit, Rainbow TPs, everybody coming up top.
This is the play for Roche. They're all TPing top, not only to defend tier 1, but also wanting to perhaps get a kill and then maybe go straight into Roche, or just go for a tier 2 push right now. But I think... Oh, looks like they don't want to go Roche immediately.
Yeah, my Porsche is probably calling, hey guys, I put all these observer boards down bottom. Let's use them. Let's not waste the vision we've got.
Yeah,
get through the twin gates.
Thinks he's safe down here, but wisely only sending his creeps to push out the lane.
Oh, the rest of the VP doing a pretty good job setting base camp up. And the enemy agents near that mid tier 2 and getting some pressure there.
Yeah, this pressure is really great. Everyone TP top before, so they can't really TP mid. This is a really good choice to just go and push mid tower.
FNG. Career sniping.
Oh, he's in danger now.
Just, yeah, pop smokes and break ganks. Oh my god! Oh my god! He's dead!
Wow.
Just a swash into shield crash.
That was a lot of damage that he took right there.
I mean, what is he? 927 HP.
Yeah, you could also say it that way, that he's a, you know, essentially a glorified range creep, but let's pretend he took a lot of damage, Garrett.
Squishy, squishy. I mean, lol. He's getting to ridiculous points of damage now. Mira did get poked out a little bit by the TB and the Pugner. Yeah. There's some backup arriving.
20 minutes. Could see DP back up here with the TB and try and take their own Tormentor, but we also see Team Spirit wanting to claim that Wisdom Rune. They're making a move over for it.
Yeah, they're clearing out waves so quickly here. Bottom's already pressing onto tier 2. Mid wave destroyed by Collapse, and he pulverizes into this Void Spirit. Just trying to irritate Squadix and hold him around this mid lane while the rest of his team are gathering up their forces.
He just brushes off the damage that he just took. He has the Boots of Bearing in Vanguard. He's just chasing him down here. Not really threatening to kill him, but he is very annoying. He has Arcane Rune as well, so could charge him again.
I mean, he's forced Astral Steps, cooldowns. Squadix not comfortable in his own skin.
Collapse. He loves this build. The Boots of Bearing and the Face Boots. Super fast Primal Beast doing a lot of damage with Trample.
Oh, he does, yeah. And he was doing this even before the upgraded Boots of Bearing.
That's true.
Doing this when it still had charges.
Oh yeah, it's so much better now. Having infinite uses.
I feel super good.
Dire's top tower is under
God, blink on Pango. I've honestly not clicked Bloodseeker in a good 5 minutes. What's he up to?
He's got Mjolnir coming out now, so he has the full Mjolnir and he has BKB, and he wants Shard next. Very useful Shard for increasing your DPS, but also looks like he's got his future planned out in his quick buy. Shard, Nullifier, wants a Basher, and upgrade into Abyssal. Sounds good.
It does. I mean, things have slowed down in the past couple of minutes. A bit of breathing room for VP to get this Terrorblade off the ground a little bit. We've gotten into the helm. The Beastmaster, Manta Stun that we've done on the Void Spirit. So, VP not looking as bad as they were 10 minutes ago. Or at least the situation doesn't look as bad as it did 10 minutes ago. Definitely more to fight, and they're going in. Roar the Pango, catch the backlines. Oracle being harried by the Void Spirit. Wild does get off his Rolling Thunder though, and a bit of an escape here with Collapse backing him up. Glimmer and a pig pole, getting the Void Spirit the distance he needs. And Team Spirit, 4 heroes around that mid lane. Do rebuff the efforts.
Kind of failed attempt there, as they didn't have to use the False Promise, and they still forced out the Meta, the Roar, and now this is a terrible time for VP. They're gonna have to try and dodge the damage as the smoke comes out. Team Spirit, they want to put the hurt on.
Yeah, I mean, a 2-minute window for this TV. Pretty massive for Team Spirit. Getting behind them in this top lane.
I think you just break the top area, completely snap this part of the map open, and you're going to get access to the Tormentor. You can get to tier 2 gold bottom, though.
Squad is going for a solo kill on Mira. I don't know what he popped Lotuses and mech and everything. He's back at full HP. The rest of Team Spirit, they're on the Tormentor. So yeah, stealing that up. Grab a shard. Pulverizing illusion. Yeah, nothing VP can do about that.
Illusion can't really steal it anyway as it dies from the AoE damage, but it's going to be shard over for the techies of Mira. So he has that available now.
Is under attack.
Right, holding back the push from Enchantress and his creeps. And FNG in the Glimmer Cave, a little bit of safety. Wraps around and breaks the ankles. TP's out from him and Seosh. Ooh, get out of there.
Good TP. Okay, to be fair, they didn't lose their tier 2 tower top, and they have meta in 60 seconds again. I think VP got away in a pretty decent way for how bad of a situation they were in there.
For the twins.
And also, Roshan wasn't taken. So maybe a power spike timing not really utilized to its fullest here for Team Spirit. I'm surprised they haven't taken Roche yet with how long they've been dominating the map now.
Yeah, taking their sweet time with that. Just farming creeps and getting all these items up.
Yeah, I guess it's risky against the Beastmaster possibly. You know, the Hawk could always be on you, but just feels like when you're in the lead, you want to start getting those roaches, not just for the Aegis immediately, but for the next spawn to be earlier so you can get the Aegis and cheese for potential high ground pushes.
Dire structures are fortified.
Gotta be said, VP doing a very good job with these supports.
Are fortified.
Like Seosh hiding the trees, cutting waves. FNG's been shoving with his little creeps.
Yeah,
creates nice little vacuums in behind them as well, where there's open space for the Terrorblade to farm Ancients, not really being contested as heavily as they were previously. Collapse, gonna TP up top, try and put an end to this nonsense. Counteracted by a dust, yeah, core hero carrying dust. Feels good, Matt. Seosh pummeled down by the Primal Beast with a Pulverize to finish it off.
Gets the slam on him, the solo takedown there. Wait, which one hero got 145 gold for that? Who helped him? Was it
the Warpine Raider neutral creeps? I don't know.
Did he have buffs on him for Moko or something when he TP'd in? I'm not sure how he didn't get solo kill gold for that.
Fight recap doesn't say any other heroes got gold.
Yeah, but it does say that 350. Is it the tower counting as the +1 hero?
The Dire got gold?
I don't know, man. I'm just confused. Didn't he be getting all the gold for himself there?
The one thing to point out is Pugna lost 146 gold, which seems really coincidental. That's close to 145. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, that's just death gold lost, but 350 is definitely too little gold for a solo kill like that as well. So it makes sense that it should be about 500 gold for the kill. I'm just curious why he didn't get all of it on Primal Beast.
Yeah, not entirely sure.
Maybe just Dota tooltips being Dota tooltips, you know. Perhaps he didn't get all the gold. I didn't click him before and after.
Just a bit wonky. Oh, hello. They're in on TV. Glimmer K, try and get away from this beast and Rolling Thunder. Team Spirit, just two heroes there poking at the Terrorblade. I guess they're trying to force him to use Meta or Sunder or something like that.
Yeah, he kept his cool though, didn't use anything, and he is only 600 gold away now from the BKB on Terrorblade. That will be a pretty good power spike. He's still less farmed than the Bloodseeker, and Pango is also staying ahead of him, but Terrorblade does get pretty damn strong when he has Skadi and BKB. Now, finally, it looks like Team Spirit, 26 minutes into the game, they are going towards this Roche.
Finally. Into the pit. Off we go. Yeah, VP just kind of weathering this storm.
VP are just going to push out the lanes. They're just going to try and fix the map a little bit here. Push mid with Lucians. Take some push bottom with Enchantress and use the jungle as much as you can. 27 minutes, so new neutral items to be found. Just a nice thing to try and grab before a possible Aegis push comes in as well. You can get some items before you get shot out of the map. It's really useful.
Every little helps. FNG, ever the nuisance. Yatra comes in to clear the wave, gets immediately centaur stomped in that bottom lane. Beastmaster. He's got BKB now.
Oh yeah.
So it's all tying in very nicely for VP. And when we get to this point of the game, you know, 30 minutes in, we're no longer in the laning stage. We're no longer in these, you know, 2v2, 3v3 fights. We're going to get into these head-on-head clashes of 5 versus 5 heroes. And like 5k net worth lead isn't that much. The map control Team Spirit have had and have now isn't overwhelming. This still feels like VP have got an incredible shot.
They have a chance, but yeah, now taking the Tormentor here as well and farming up a little bit to get the shard for Oracle. He tests it immediately, make sure it works. The Reign of Destiny is indeed working as intended here. Heal amplification with Bloodseeker is pretty nice, by the way, because obviously Thirst heals you a lot. And you can amplify that healing. If he gets Aghanims for himself later, you can get even more barrier from that.
You've got so many items queued up before that Aghanim Scepter though.
Oh yeah.
Abyssal, Satanic.
He just got his Nullifier. We also have Terrorblade with the full BKB complete and 1400 gold. Looks like he's going Daedalus next. I approve of that. You need a lot of damage to carry this game.
We absolutely do. And Collapse goes back up top to show himself on the tower and clear the wave.
Look
The
at you.
Pugna. Oh man. The dust comes a little too late. Gets off the Glimmer TP.
You can obviously see him TPing while he's glimmered there, so you know that there's a hero. Just need to dust and grab him, but didn't quite have the range. Primal Beast there.
Lincoln's now up for LOL. I'm going to protect him against this Void Spirit and the Ether Remnant, so he has to spend the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah,
Oh, even
forced
going
that.
a bit aggressive here.
Aggressive or a little bit upset that he had to waste his ulti. FNG bottom, getting chased here by Yatoro. Very
Just the
quick
fact that
breakdown.
Lincoln's was already popped on that Pango, and I don't think he knew where the Beastmaster was, so I was getting a little bit worried about Beastmaster coming in and roaring him.
Yeah, notice pretends to go up and roar Collapse on top lane, but I don't think Collapse would worry at all, as he has a lot of survivability with a Cloak of Flames, Vanguard, Boots of Bearings, and his face boots.
And a second Vanguard queued.
Yeah, just buy one more.
More Vanguards. Watering Core. All completed for the Primal Beast. And into mid lane they go, Team Spirit.
Radiant's middle
Yatro's going to
tower
join
is under attack.
after his little journey down to bottom. And I've still got this Aegis for 2 full minutes. So tier 2 tower's going to collapse.
Radiant's
It's
middle
hard to
tower
push.
is falling.
Let's see how they defend.
Radiant's
Go straight
middle
up the
tower
staircase.
is under attack.
VP got to defend.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Spend the glyph for now.
Holding. They don't have enough Pugna ward. They're trying to cut the next creep wave, trying to cut some couriers here as well with centaurs, illusions, all kinds of things.
Radiant's middle
But
barracks are under
even if they
attack.
cut the next wave, there's still creeps. Barracks is falling.
Radiant structures
Other axe
are
is down,
fortified.
almost.
Dyer's
very
top
close to it.
tower is under
Yeah, I mean, they're
attack.
filtering back one by one now.
Radiant's middle barracks
Ready
are
under
attack.
smoke to make a move. Maybe hoping that Team Spirit swing too hard and go for another lane down bottom. Try and
There you
bait them
go.
into a fight in the Radiant base.
Still ages on Bloodseeker. Can't really focus him too hard.
Attack. Radiant's middle barracks are
You always
under
got to worry about this Miposhka Oracle. Like, he's got Blink Dagger. He's hiding in the trees. You can't find him.
He's doing a great job sitting back. It's hard to say who can focus here, because it's very easy for Miposhka to save these tanky carries of, or tanky cores of Primal Beast and Bloodseeker. Can't really lead on any of those. Smoke runs out here from VP as well.
And so one lane potentially turning into 2. Yatra taking a fair amount of damage there. Healed back up.
Doing a bit as well, but they back out. Successfully fending them out of their base, but they did lose mid-racks, so there's a nice advantage being gathered by Team Spirit as they realize they're timing out, playing very safe, backing out here.
And you can see the line from Yatra. A statement of intent. Cut across the map. Make sure there's no escape. And tier 2 top. Could be an easy objective to claim, but mainly just about pushing in bottom and mid. Keep VP in a defensive posture.
Yeah, VP don't really have too many moves that they can make on the map right now. It's so difficult to defend for them as well against this this high ground siege with Techies kind of
Radiant
generating
are
some space,
scanning.
and then Oracle with the blink sitting ultra far back. Really love that choice over a Glimmer Cape, because he would still have to be closer with a Glimmer, and now he can really stay his distance. They smoke up.
It's just unfair.
Oh, it's smoke on smoke, I think. Looks like they want to smoke on... Oh, they don't... Do they have one on courier? No, they don't.
No smokes for VP. They're just holding out triple observer wards around their ancients. Try and see what's coming. Team Spirit. They've got a gem. See the high ground
Courier
board.
might get picked off.
Oh, hello. He sees the mine get planted and he's like, oh god, something's going on there.
Didn't buy anything though, didn't lose anything, but he can run over. He's already pinging. He has to go to the enemy secret shop. He needs to get his Daedalus now before they push high ground again. I'm not sure that Team Spirit should be in a rush to push high ground though. They're gonna take the tier 2 tower here and they can steal the Tormentor, but with the way they're playing and scaling, I think they should just wait for next Roshan before threatening too much.
I mean, they've been doing a pretty good job at kind of trying to force this TB to pop meta in weird positions. I'm sure that VP aren't able to just stand their ground and fight, which is what the TB is obviously very adept at doing.
Yeah.
Get the Tormentor. Ango Shard.
They'll come back home here on the side of VP. Trying not to show on the creep wave with anyone, really.
But when you're being so not obvious, it kind of becomes obvious, right? No one's showing on the wave, so it must mean something's going on.
Oh my god, he got out a little bit too late. We saw both the roar animation from Beastmaster and the Ether Remnant just barely missing the TP out from Mira there.
Yeah, he's away. I've actually purchased Halberd as well for Mira. Makes life even more difficult for the Terrorblade. Like when the fight comes, TB basically just has to pop everything. Meta BKB, make sure he doesn't get disarmed or stunned.
Yeah, with the Halberd as well. He has to be very early with it, because otherwise just gets controlled up. Will be very difficult for him to deal a lot of damage. And a lot of it comes down to, can he have a lot of illusions auto-attacking at the same time as the roar goes in? And they kind of need Void Spirit to somehow get on the Oracle. He needs to find his way in there. Squadix has probably the toughest job here.
Find the Oracle. Use the Hawk. Get the vision. Well, not long for Roshan fast spawn, and it will be nighttime, dire side, which is why VP are all up here ready and waiting. See if the big man returns quickly.
Yeah, his spawn is going to be 30 seconds. Fast spawn indeed, so that could definitely help VP here as they're holding the area for now. And
Team Spirit not going to give us up lightly.
They're running over a little bit. They have the gem, of course, so when they push in, they will remove any form of vision. Hawks, if they can see them. TPing bottom from Kyrtic. Coming back again.
Yeah, what's he up to? Just go bottom, pop an illusion out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just put one illusion to clear wave. That's cool.
Yeah. They're coming in now. Final Beast leading the way.
Rolling early. Straight up to high ground. They don't see anybody. They just rolls into darkness. Completely whiffs on it. And VP knows exactly what's just happened.
It could be a good time to fight. No Pangle? Dude, that's pretty massive.
They drop a dire ward. Double observer ward. One high ground, one low ground.
Yeah.
Neither of them being scouted yet.
They don't have any sentries.
I love this position though. A standoff across the Roche pit. Usually it was like river, across the river, you're eyeing people up. Now there's got high ground, ramps, valleys to go, and in they jump with Spirit. Looking to Squadix, but he gets away from there. Man to dissimulate. Mira dropping low. TB with a matter from the high ground. Raining hellfire down onto the techies. Mira nearly dead, but saved up a bit by the Oracle. Gets away from danger. Now Spirit looking to turn it around and get back in on top of VP.
They're angling. Look at collapse. Wrapping around, killing off the Hawk. Still have this vision. These two wards see everything.
Radiant's
and they know they can kind of wait out meta. He's not killing Roche. He's not fighting. Metamorphosis. 15 seconds or so remaining. Team Spirit just happy.
Man, just taking damage as well. This is very awkward. And now with meta running out, they realize, okay, we have to concede this. But 109 seconds meta. If you take Roche quickly here, you can go before meta is up. So this is a fantastic spot now for Team Spirit. A lot of that fight was just one based off vision. Also, the techies, when he did get away there, he did manage to halberd the BKB or the Terrorblade before he used any BKB or anything like that. So because of that, he lived. Obviously, though, even if he died, he probably would not be too happy using his meta and BKB just to kill techies. He can't hit a bigger target.
Yeah, you sure do. And that all started with what felt like a completely off the mark rolling thunder.
Yeah.
It didn't really matter in the end. Now Lar's got it back up.
It was
just for the Bloodseeker.
It was just vision really controlling that fight. There was no vision for VP as they kept killing off the Hawk
Dire's
with the
middle
gem,
tower is
and they
under
had those
attack.
double wards, and there were no sentries. I think they were just simply out of sentries on the side of VP.
I'd have spent them all dewarding their ancients. Triple sentries around that mid and top lane.
50 seconds for meta.
Okay.
Team Spirit should just fall in. They should go immediately here. No hesitation.
Straight high ground. Off we go. TB does have a DD rune. I'll try and make a move on Yatoro. First life gone. Huge damage.
No
But
bot
Collapse
damage.
has a grab. Void Spirit gets away from him. And Yatoro, this Bloodseeker, he's popped his BKB, but still kind of stuck around this high ground area. Needs the Rolling Thunder to zone away Dota Pro. VP, they've made that hole.
Dire's bottom
That's
tower
it. Team
is
Spirit
under
got to run
attack.
away.
I think so. That was a little bit slow there from Miposhka, not getting the full promise out there. I think this works.
Void Spirit's in. It's a grab on Lol. Little ball up to swashbuckle 5 at a time. They do make the jump on FNG and slay the Enchantress. Collapse and Lol still front lining here, but Kiratek, he's got his meta back up in 2 seconds. For now, he's ruptured. Tagged by that disarming shot.
Radiant's
Team Spirit are onto the tier 3, but Glyph is there.
Try to sneak in with a Trickster Cloak for a Sunder, maybe?
under attack.
The Trickster's up, but he's gonna get healed.
Radiant's top tower has
Life
fallen.
Drain tops him up. Lane drag being focused. Mira making a bit of a minefield. But VP, I mean, do I just want to go for this with no Enchantress?
Endeavor again. It's still top cooldown now.
Radiant's top tower.
Link War, but
There it is. Onto the Yatoro Bloodseeker. The save row comes in from the Oracle. TB, BKB mattered, but the Pulverize stops him in his tracks. Make sure he can't kill the Bloodseeker off immediately. Collapse going to get slowed down a little bit, but Team Spirit, they outlasted this. They're back on the notice. Nullifier slows down Collapse. They kill the Beastmaster off, and another Rolling Thunder for Lol on top of the TB. Might allow the rest of Spirit to collapse in on him. Reverse Pro doing a good job at disengaging, separating the team fight. They're still losing their barracks though.
Rupture again comes out.
Oh yeah, with the Pulverize, they're going to kill him off. TV's down. Has buyback available, but this one might be called. Beastmaster buys out. Dead immediately after. And Team Spirit running straight over this Radiant base.
Yeah, buyback for what? You don't have meta. If you come back into this fight, no meta, no BKB, there's no way you can fight. You can't kill a single one of their cores. He is gonna use it though, and they have a smoke. I don't really see what you can do here without Beastmaster alive.
Radiant's bottom
4v5.
tower has fallen.
Formation is
Radiant's
unbreakable
bottom
here from
barracks
Team
are under
Spirit.
attack.
All of them holding their positions.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
The
has
1-1-3
fallen.
formation.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. The Dire
Oracle
are
behind techies, behind 3 incredibly tanky cores, and Collapse going to show his face straight onto Squadix. Glimmer Cape and a Life Drain. Astral step back to Fountain. You can see how aggressive Team Spirit can play with these almost unkillable heroes.
Lincoln's being broken over and over here.
Lol. Collapse nails up a couple of them.
Radiant's middle
Another
tower is
smoke.
under attack.
Still though, 30 seconds Beastmaster. 40 seconds for the
Radiant's
meta.
middle tower has fallen. Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
TB
tower
just doesn't
has
feel like the
fallen.
same kind of hero without his
Radiant's
real ultimate
ancient
ability.
is under attack.
Ruptured up yet again, so he has to stand his ground while Squadix has gone a little deep there.
He
Slain
tried for
by
the
the
Oracle.
Pulverize. Tried to find Miposhka in the back, but in comes Yatoro, sundered out by Kiratic, but
Radiant's courier
this Terrorblade
has
just
been
going to have to cower in the fountain while your throne is being imploded by
Radiant's
Team Spirit.
ancient is under
Fountain diving a
attack.
little bit, poking away at the Enchantress and Pugna. Mira, Lol, Yatoro, toying with the TV. They're going to roar on the Bloodseeker, but the throne is dead. GG out. Team Spirit tying things up in classic fashion, taking us to a Game 3.
Yeah, they bring it back here in game 2, looking very dominant. Great play overall, and I want to say they did a great job all the way from the early get-go here, playing heavily off the back of Collapse on his Primal Beast. They did a lot of work with him. They moved their supports in a very active way, and this was a pretty farm-heavy game. 6-22, not the most active score at the end, but there were a lot of movement going on throughout this game. And can you believe Miposhka's Oracle didn't die a single time against a Void Spirit, a TB, and a Beastmaster? That's very impressive to me.
That's honestly pretty incredible. Yeah. I mean, there were some decent moves there. Miposhka and Mira just pairing up together, playing into bottom jungle, booting the Terrorblade out of lane very early on. even that move from Yatra, right? Bloodseeker came at level 5 to bottom lane through the Twin Gate. They were looking for these laning stage fights, and then they just stopped the game. You know, froze it in time and said, okay, we're 5k ahead. We've got our items. We've got a slight advantage over you. And then they went for, you know, that mid laner Rax and got themselves a 12k lead, really built things up. It was just deliberate, patient, very, very good from Team Spirit in game 2.
Yeah, they looked really controlled, and I like their draft overall. It worked out really well for them. They, you know, played to their strengths, and they didn't slip up when they pushed high ground. They did so in a great formation. Oracle was just there to save people. There was one moment where they could have used it perhaps before the Aegis popped, but didn't really matter too much. Ultimately, they just backed up, reset, and a lot of times they abused the long